Hi, my name is Parvati, and today I am here with It Girl to answer the most searched questions about me. This is Search Bar.
Perfect.
What is Parvati Shallow known for? I'm gonna say I'm known for being one of the best Survivor players and the Black Widow who formed an all-girls alliance who voted out all the guys one by one. Is Parvati Shallow your real name? Yes, I had to go through middle school, high school with this name. I feel like I've really earned it. And I know it's confusing to people because Parvati is a Hindu or an Indian name and I'm not. But yeah, it really is. It sounds like a character in a book or something. How many reality shows has Parvati Shallow appeared in? You don't know the answer to this question? Let me see if I know the answer to this question. Let's see. I played Survivor 5 times, Traitors once, and Deal or No Deal, so that's 7 reality shows.
What was your favorite?
Deal or No Deal Island is my favorite show that I've ever done. It was so much fun. Who is the queen of Survivor? If there's only one queen, I'm gonna have to take a sip. Down the hatch. This one's for you, Sandra. Okay, are you still in touch with any Survivor players? Yeah, Boston Rob is one of my best buds. Ethan Zahn, Tyson, Michelle Fitzgerald, Kelly. I'm in touch with a lot of Survivors. Sari, oh my God, my soulmate. So many. It's like once you're in, Survivor is kind of its own sorority fraternity. It's like, it's its own community and we kind of stay loyal to each other, unless we're feuding. What's your relationship with Sandra from Survivor today? I have no problem with Sandra. I never really had a problem with Sandra. I thought she was really funny. When we played Heroes versus Villains, I thought she was hilarious. I was bummed that she won over me in that game because I did think that I played a pretty great game and maybe should have gotten a few more votes. But Sandra and I, we're just two very different peas from different pods. But I think we both have a lot of respect for each other. We'll leave it at that. Is 26-Day Survivor real Survivor? Yes. Even if it was one day of Survivor, it would be real Survivor. Survivor is the most grueling game that is out there to be played. So I don't think the length of time matters. I mean, I will say 39 days is hard. And I think Australian Survivor, they go 50 days. It's crazy. But I'll say 26 days is real Survivor. But if you're a classic Survivor fan, I think better game is played in 39 days because you have enough time for people to shake up and change the alliances and really form deep bonds so that when they do get cut or cut each other, it hurts more and that usually makes for better TV, sadly. Would you ever play Survivor again? I'm gonna say no after I just played Survivor Australia versus the World, which will air in July. I'm done. 5 seasons of Survivor is so much Survivor and it just changes your brain. It's great. I'm good. I'm done. That's it for me. Have you been approached about being on season 50 of Survivor? I have not. They have not called me to do season 50 of Survivor. And you know what? That is okay with me. I'm sure it'll be fun, whoever they get on the season. Are you watching this season of Traitors? Of course I'm watching this season of Traitors. This is appointment television.
Who do you think will go far?
Well, I think that Carolyn is gonna take it all the way to the end, and if anyone can win as a traitor, it is Carolyn, my girl from Survivor. She's got the strategic mind, but also is capable of being overlooked. And everyone thinks she's whack, which she is very wacky, which helps her as a traitor, so I think she's gonna win. Who's a better traitor, you or Boston Rob? You think I can't? I could never, ever answer that question. Truthfully. No, I love Rob and it's really fun watching him play because Rob is such an alpha and he really likes to be in charge. So watching him run the round tables and just going full on attack mode is so fun to watch. Not my style. I have a different kind of more subtle gameplay, but he makes it really entertaining. How were you approached to be on Deal or No Deal Island? The same person who asked me to do Traitors, her name's Sharon at NBC. She's an exec who used to work at CBS who knew me from Survivor, asked me to do Deal, and I'm so glad that she did. I wasn't gonna do it at first when I was first approached because I had already signed on to do Australian Survivor just like a month after Deal would film. But they convinced me, and I'm so glad they did because it was truly a blast. It's the most fun I've ever had playing a game. Who do you think the banker is? Oh, I know who the banker is. You want to know who the banker is, and I can't tell you that. But I will say it might be Beyonce, and it might not. Which Deal or No Deal Islander would do best on Traitors? Well, you already have me and Rob as Traitors. I think we gotta get David out there. I think that because David is from Australian Survivor, a lot of people won't know who he is, and he could pull the wool over people's eyes and be like, I'm a model. And they would believe it because there's so many housewives that don't even watch Survivor on Traitors. So I'd love to see him play. Which Deal or No Deal Islander would do best on Survivor? It's a toss-up for me. Philip or CK. I really loved working with both Philip and CK. Philip, for different reasons. Philip is a challenge beast. So on Survivor, he could crush in challenges and go on an immunity winning streak and make it to the end that way. And he's also very personable, cares about people. And with this new crop of players that they have on Survivor, they're getting people who are very sensitive. So I think Philip could really tune into that. I could see him winning Survivor. And then CK, because she can't turn her mind off. Either CK's getting all the way to the end of Survivor and winning the whole thing, or she's gonna be the first or second person voted out because she's so intense. But she's a gamer. Which reality stars do you think could beat the banker? Oh, the banker is a tricky mother. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, who could beat her? I mean, she's so tricky. You just don't, like, the way that she stacks the deck, it's like the house always wins usually. So it's gonna be hard. I think we saw Rob beat the banker on his season. I think I could beat the banker. Yeah, I think Jeremy could beat the banker. Jeremy Collins from Survivor and from Traitors could beat the banker. He's got the physical capacity to do well in the challenges, and I think that he could work the system. So maybe we get him out there, see what he's made of. Who's a bigger reality TV villain, Dr. Will or Tony? Oh my God, you're asking me the heavy-hitting questions. It's Dr. Will and I, we're like oil and water. We just don't see eye to eye. Dr. Will is a strong reality TV villain, and it's because he's just willing to do anything and he doesn't turn it off. So I think David said this in one of the episodes that Dr. Will is like a method actor, and he comes out and he just embodies villain and it never switches off. Tony, I've had real conversations with, and like he can switch his villain persona on and off. So I'm gonna have to give the trophy to Will, and I think Will's gonna love it actually. I think he would be delighted to receive that award. Which reality show is the most difficult, Survivor, Traitors, or Deal or No Deal Island? It's not Deal or No Deal Island. That is the most fun game, but not the most difficult. I would say I'm gonna have to give it to Traitors. Honestly, I think Rob would agree with me only because Traitors is such psychological warfare and there's no reprieve. At least on Survivor, you're in this like beautiful, exotic island. You can go swimming on the beach. You can relax in the sand for a few moments. Traitors are in a freezing cold, drafty castle that's probably haunted, and everyone's staring at you and attacking and accusing you nonstop, and there's just no breathing room. And I mean, that just put me in this like extreme state of anxiety. So I'm gonna have to give it to Traitors just for the severe emotional terrorism that game is. Who's the best reality TV host, Jeff Probst, Alan Cumming, or Joe? You guys, you know I can't pick. Those are all three incredible icons, and they're perfect at what they do. Cheers. What other reality shows would you want to go on? I have said this before and I'll say it again and I'll keep saying it until I'm cast on Dancing with the Stars. Put me on. I want to wear the outfits. I want to do the dances. I want to meet the pros. I'm not like a choreography kind of person. I like to just kind of shake my booty. So it'll be a really fun challenge for me. Come on, put me on. What is Parvati's net worth? Yeah, I have no idea. What is my net worth? What does that even mean? Because if it is like the amount of money that I could win on Deal or No Deal Island, it's like $200 million. That's not really what it is, but it could be. Is Parvati a yoga teacher? Yes, I am a yoga teacher. I haven't been teaching yoga as much as I once did, but I lead retreats, and when I lead coaching groups, I'll usually teach yoga as part of that coaching group, or I'll go to like Fiji and teach yoga. So yeah, if you want, like, get a group of people together, I'll come to your favorite place and teach you some yoga, and you'll love it. Does Parvati have a book? I just came out with a book. I wrote a memoir. It was a 2.5-year process, and it was a deep dive into the depths of my soul, and I think you're gonna love it. It's called Nice Girls Don't Win, and my daughter hates it because she's like, Mom, that's wrong. Nice girls do win. But I'm like, no, they don't, actually. You have to be able to stand up for yourself. You have to know what you want. You have to be able to ask for what you want. And the book is sort of, it starts with me in a point in my life. I mean, it starts with my childhood and it goes through the whole journey, but it basically takes you from wanting or needing your validation and approval from other people and getting your confidence from other people's approval of you or people liking you, to coming to a place of none of that really matters. People can have whatever opinion they want of me. I really like myself, so I'm gonna make my life the adventure that I want it to be. And the next question is, do nice girls win? And I told my daughter that, yeah, nice girls can win sometimes, but most of the time, no. Nice girls don't win Survivor. I stand firmly behind saying that. What has been the most misconstrued thing about me through reality TV? It's really funny because I just played Australian Survivor and I played with this girl, Lisa, from Survivor New Zealand. And we were on the same tribe, and she was like, I think people have it wrong about you. They think that you're mean and selfish and you only do things just for you, but I think you're really nice and really cool, and people want to work with you in these games because you're cool and fun to hang out with. So I'll just share that. From the words of Lisa. Do you have any reality TV regrets? I wrote this story in my book about heroes versus villains, at the final tribal of heroes versus villains. I feel like what happened to me there was I felt so outcast throughout that game that I just kind of walled up and defended myself in a way where I wasn't able to really speak up for myself and assert myself at that final tribal. And people had their minds made up about me for whatever reason. I do regret not being able to have the capacity to really claim the moves that I made and let people know that they were wrong in that moment. If I could go back and do it all again, I would have a stronger voice in that moment. Now, I don't know if I could have had a stronger voice because of all the things that were happening in my life at the time, but I would take this version of myself back in time and I would stand up for myself harder at the end of Heroes Villains. Do you consider yourself a villain? I think I am willing to be the villain if it helps me advance myself in the game. I don't consider myself a villain in my life. I care very much about people and want them to succeed. But when I play a competition reality game, I want to win and I will do whatever is required of me to win the game. And if that means being a villain, I'll be a villain. What is next for Parvati Shallow? Well, I've got a memoir coming out, Nice Girls Don't Win. It's available for pre-sale right now. Go to my website, parvatishallow.com, and you can buy the book. And it gets published July 8th. I'll be doing sprinkling in some hometown visits for people who will start book clubs with my book. This is my new idea. Just pop into your book club maybe. And I'm going on a book tour. You can watch me on Australian Survivor versus the World in July. That's it for now. More to come. Well, that's all we have for you, but you can find me at P Shallow on Instagram. I'm starting a podcast, Nice Girls Don't Win. Check it out. And you can buy my book, Nice Girls Don't Win. It'll be published July 8th, so get on it, parvatishallow.com. I'm just answering all of these. I'm not drinking any of the drinks. I kind of just want to have one. Should I have this drink? Yes. You can pretend I'm not answering more drinks. They're like, oh my God, that? Are you going to ask me that? I can't answer that question. You're crazy.
It'll be for the teaser. Yeah.